Alright, hello everybody. So this is a video about the euro dollar. Tuesday evening after the close of the market in the US. Asia is going to open soon, or might have opened a little bit. I think it has opened in Australia, but there's not much activity there. And so the Greek election results were for the anti-austerity party. And what it means for Greece is that whenever they are able to form a government, they will go back to the European Commission and their creditors and say that basically we need to renegotiate all the loans that you've given us, and we're pretty much tired of not having going through that plan of austerity, and they want more flexibility. Potentially, of course, there are some people that say that that could potentially go to the worst case scenario, the exit of Greece of the Europe or Eurozone. Well, the market after the election went down a little bit, but not much. Actually, there hasn't been a huge amount of reaction from the news. So the least we can say actually is that this is the first time that the euro is finding some support and is actually moving back up. Right now it's at 1.13 from 1.10 or 1.11 something. So this is the weekly chart. As you can see on the weekly, that candlestick so far is quite big, and the body is quite big, and this is probably the biggest move up that we've seen for many months. Of course, the week is not over, so we'll see what happened from now until Friday. So the question is, beside the fundamental, the news from the Greek, we may want to find out a little bit of what's going on. So if we look at the euro dollar from the low that he made, the previous big move, I'm going to show it here, okay, which is right here, and we draw a Fibonacci retracement on it. I mean roughly. Then we find out that the price, the low that was reached last week, was a Fibonacci retracement from that low a long time ago. I think it's 2001 or something like that, until to that high here. Okay, so if I draw it from this low to high here, that retracement here is actually a Fibonacci retracement to 61.8%. We've seen that a lot of time in that date. I could even consider here the 50% retracement, Fibonacci retracement, has been acting as a level of support and resistance. But since all that crisis, it got broken this time around. But the currency is finding some support at 61.8%. If you study the Fibonacci's, if that level is broken, potentially the currency would want to go to 78.6% retracement. It doesn't mean that it's not going to move up from there. Just mean that it could also retrace all the way to back to 100%. I mean that's the way that works. But those lines actually act as level of support and resistance. So right now, this is where the currency is situated, and the currency seems to be finding some support at that level. So we're going to draw a line at that level, being a strong level of support, and we'll do it in red because we are on the weekly chart. So makes it a bit easier here. Okay, when we draw that line, and let's say we even get rid of the Fibonacci for now, we can see that that level has been a good level of resistance before. I'll show you, and actually need to move this. So if you look at in the past, here it was a level of resistance support here and right here. Every time you go into that level here, there has been some at least hesitation on the market, and draw back too. Okay, so if we say here, what happens a couple times here is that we could say that this band here is probably a zone of transition, I guess, or a zone of support for now, before the euro would go down. Once it breaks, I think that if he breaks that line down and breaks down under 1.060, then there's pretty much no much level of support from there. That was a long time ago, and that was 2001 that it happens. So anyway, that's for the weekly. So we'll move into the daily and the hourly, and we'll look at the behavior, and then from there look at what we can look for and what kind of trade we can come up with. And one more thing on the weekly chart, this line here is pretty much the previous level of support and resistance. It's quite possible that the currency will actually go back to that level, which is at 1.18. So this is the daily chart, and we can see that the past 2 days, which is Monday and Tuesday, the currency has actually had see, it's a second day high, second day that's going up, and going up in if you look at the body of the candlestick as compared to the previous up days, actually you could say that it's at least double, most of the time 3 times bigger than the other one. Needless to say, though, it does not necessarily mean that this is a change of trend. The chart does not tell us that yet, especially, well, not on the daily, and it could just be a retracement. So for that we can look at different things. Again, we can that's a new day starting, market just opened. Um, if we look at Fibonacci retracement from this level where I put it until where it is, actually should be higher because the high was here. Okay, we realized that the currency could actually go back to the 38.2% retracement. That would be okay, which also coincide to trend line support. Also, it could go back to the 50% retracement, quite possible, and this would also coincide with that weekly level of resistance, the next level of resistance. So we could see, based on the weekly and the daily in the next couple of weeks, it is quite possible that the currency could range between those two lines. Quite a big range, but to maybe before talking about a daily or weekly reversal of price or reversal of trend, I think that those level would be to be looking at the 1.1087 on the downside, on the upside 1.1833 area. Also, it would have to break. It would break the trend dragon trend line, and you can see the 50% retracement as well as the weekly line of resistance coincide perfectly. So that we'll see what happens. But of course, as it stands right now, if we look at the retracement from the most recent high to where the market is right now, um, the currency went up and broke the 50% line and just retraced below this. So today we'll see what will happen, how the market is going to react. Um, if he wants to, if it's is just a retracement to go right back down and follow a nice trend, the currency could actually go back to 61.8%, which it almost did today. Maybe consolidate there, could even go to 78, but better 61 than going back down. If he does that, then on the daily chart we could feel more comfortable that it would actually break that 1.1087. I mean, fundamentally nothing has changed much in Europe, or it has worsened with Greece, but it looks like the market already anticipated that already. So let's delete some things and maybe look some talk about some channel. But in any case, this as we can see, this area here, at least on the daily chart, seems to be important. So we'll draw it. And use that as well. So what kind of reversal configuration can we expect or could happen? If we look at the daily chart, not so much right now. There is this configuration. If this configuration repeats over here, that could be a head and shoulder. Actually, probably we need to be a bit closer at that level here. That could be a head and shoulder, and then to break on the upside. But right now it's not the case. So we'll see what happens. And let's look at some trend line and delete some of those Fibonacci retracements, or the chart is going to become too cumbersome. Let's see that. Now, the couple things that we may want to do is we're going to draw some lines here. This is the daily trend dragon support line. So we'll do them in blue. So we know it's the daily, and we know that it's the same as the weekly here. So we have two lines here, and we have the trend dragon trend line right on the box, the green box. So we can leave it like that, knowing that it's basically something that we need to look into. So if we draw a trend line here, which would actually be just an acceleration from a higher time frame, we know where could be our line of support there, and the price could go back to that level again. That would be the 78% that we talked about earlier before coming back down. That would be fine. If we go a little bit further up, we know that we had a trend line here, That's what we would have done here. It got broken. We had two acceleration. We had an acceleration here. Maybe we'll draw it instead of. So we have. So we had an acceleration here, which we can say follow it here, which got broken. Okay, so we know that this period of the price is going to hit some level of support or resistance here. It will also hit some level of resistance here and level of resistance here, um, to potentially go back up after that. Okay, all right. So we'll get rid of this one here. We'll go from there. Okay. So now I think that on the daily we pretty much have our level. We can look also at this level here, but we'll do it in smaller version because that was a previous level of trend dragon resistance. Okay, so I go a bit closer. If we look at the 40, at the 4 hours, now we're starting to see a little bit of price pattern configuration on the on the 4 hour. We see that there was a low here, second lower high here, breaking of here. Here there is a third lower high, and the objective then in this case would be to break that level here. Okay, that level represent a previous level of resistance from the daily. We have it already at 114.31. It's also the top of the range um, on the daily, or this acceleration range, that trend range channel, downtrend channel on the daily. Okay, so the prices seems to on the 4 hour seems to want to build up to break that level. If it does break that level, it will find some resistance at this level here, and some resistance of course when you reach that level. This line here, considering that this is an acceleration, um, I would maybe not put too much faith in it. I would be more interested to look at that level right here. So if the currency break on the upside, then it would go or find the next level of support around here, which is about 116, 120 20 pip away. As you can see, in the past, the trend dragon trend line has been, if we go in the past with that downtrend, has been pretty much a good indication of resistance. It got broken very few times. It got broken today, but it looks like the price is maybe trying to go back down. Last time it got broken here, it got broken a little bit and then basically reversed down quite quickly. The configuration is actually on the 4 hour, it really shows I guess a macro uptrend. So it'll be interesting to see what happened when it breaks the 1443. I think that would be we would find some buying interest in there for maybe 30 to 50 pip, at least on the 4 hours. Okay, the next level of support on the 4 hours is 1223, 1.1223. If it comes back down there, it will probably try to test the low again. So let's look at the 1 hour. Well, the 1 hour The 1 hour chart, if we look in the past, this is probably the first time that trend dragon trend line is actually moving up sharply, and the currency is definitively um, looking into a at least a macro trend up. Okay, so we already have our levels, and maybe if you are looking at taking trades on the hourly or lower time frame, you should keep an eye on the hourly. So we're going to work on this one. Yeah, that would be right here, and the color we'll give is going to be a orange for the hourly. So macro trend on the upside. Um, right now they've been in the period of couple hours of consolidation. The market went up, so you've got one low. This here is considered a second, and this here is would be considered a third. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that trend dragons give us a level of resistance here, so actually potentially you would have a potential of entry at this level. That would be a bit um, tighter entry than on the 4 hour, or tighter than entering here. So anyway, what we would have here is the currency went down, is going down to the trend dragon support and trend dragon trend line. We'll look at it a bit closer. Okay, basically has found some support at that level here. So on the buy side, it's quite easy. You would want to look at a break at this level here at 1382. Your objective, the next level of support, the resistance you're going to get is 1422. So here we are at 1382, 1422. So you got about 40 pip where you may actually get some resistance, and then after that, if it breaks that level, it's going to get into an area of quite a large area of resistance. The big one though being at 1675. So it could actually, if it breaks that previous level of resistance from the daily chart at 1443, um, then you could probably look at 1675 as a next objective. Now the way it's going to go, if it goes that way, because it is still considered a counter trend trade, it's not going to go up as steeply as it went down. You can probably look at it going potentially following that trade uptrend channel, going up like that until it reached that level. Okay, so it's quite possible that it could play out like that, and basically move up. This is the RE, move up to that level maybe this week, but going at it a bit slowly and not very quickly. So as it stands right now, you may want to follow that uptrend channel. Be careful when you get to the top of that acceleration downtrend channel, as it could actually come back down, and also which would probably coincide to the previous daily resistance. So it may actually build up before it breaks that those level here. But right now, the past 2 days, the euro is actually finding some um, strength to go back up. So If you're trading during the day, you may want to consider uh, going on the upside, but be very cautious because that would be a counter trend trade at this point. Now, so the play would be to enter here. So if you're trading tomorrow, one possible entry would be at this level, the break of this level here, and that would be at 1385. Considering that you're going to receive some resistance at this level here and this level here, you have two take profit exit or stop loss trailing at 1.1443 or 1.1422. Not a huge trade because it could actually rebound from those prices. On the downside, as far as stop losses, if you want to limit your stop loss, is to get your stop loss right under that trend dragon resistance line. That would be at 1367, or you can get it under here, trend dragon uh, next level of support, which is pretty much what the system is set up to do. You should leave it there. And that level is 1326, and the last level, the best level, would be under that trend line, and that turns out to be at 1.13 figure. So your stop loss should be maybe 5 pip under that, 1.13, 1.1295. Of course, with the take profit at 22 or 43, that last stop loss and the second to last stop losses um, are a bit far. If you did that, another way that you can go about it, if you're in front of your screen, is that you can go look at your entry on the hourly and enter. That would be your entry point, but make your decision on the 30 minutes or the 15-minute time frame. That will actually give you some idea of the build up to that point to see if it's actually building up to break substantially, and will give you tighter stop losses. On the short side, it's actually better. I would not look at any entry until the break of this level, which is 1.1223. The objective would be this level here, the previous low at 1.1102 or 1.11 figure, let's say. Now this is the strong level of weekly support. So based on how it gets to that level and how it acts, I may actually want to keep my position open, tighten my stop loss in the possibility that it may actually break that level. If it breaks that level or get close to breaking that level, that would be a different a different story altogether, and then we'll have to see what we do when that happens. The stop loss is right here at that level, stop loss at 1.1258, which is above a previous level of congestions, above the trend dragon resistance line, and above the 8 trend dragon trend line. So lot of resistance there, at least on the RE, and that should be a good thing. But before you enter into a short position, of course, we'll have to see how the price is behaving. while it gets to that level. So that was a bit of a long session. I hope that it made sense. If it did not, please let me know and send me a note, email, or you can post actually you can post on the channel as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.